Don't neglect the stories of sacrifice and pain, stories of heartache and tears, stories of great faith and greater miracles. We were living in houses we didn't build, eating from vineyards we didn't plant, drinking from wells we haven't dug. And while God may not ask us to make the same type of sacrifices of those who have gone before us, He is still asking us to make the same type of commitment. Then He said to them all, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Brother Miraflor, you're the youth pastor at this church. You're a dear friend of mine. You represent, in my mind, in this congregation, a generation, the next generation of Pentecost. I have a very hard and pointed question for you this morning. As you stand representing your generation, see that cross? Is your generation willing to pick up a cross? And we may not have to pay some of the same prices that our forefathers paid, but we still have to bear the same cross that they bore. And I'm challenging you as you represent every young person, not just in this church, but you're representing the movement that we're associated with. Is it in you? Is it in your friends? Is it in the young people that you lead? Is it in them to live the life that God is here today? If it is, Brother Miraflor, I want you to take that cross from Jesus, because He's not supposed to be bearing a cross anymore. That cross belongs to the church. That cross belongs to this generation. That cross, thank you, Brother Miraflor. We've made Jesus carry the cross too long. We've made Jesus be the one suffered and died. It's our turn to be committed. It's our turn to say, you know what, I'll live the life. If I have to have an all-night prayer meeting, I'll have an all-night prayer meeting. If I have to go on in a fast, I'll go on a fast. If I have to empty out my bank account, I'll empty it out. Whatever God wants, whatever you want. It's not my life. It's not mine. It's yours. It's yours. I'll take up my cross. I'll follow you. I'll live for you. I'll serve you. I won't hold anything back. Come on, someone. I'm talking about picking up a cross. I'm talking about understanding what God is here. I'm talking about understanding we didn't get here by accident. We didn't get here on some cheap thrill ride. It was pain. It was sacrifice. It was ugly and it hurt, but it was necessary, and we dare not let up. We dare not give up. We dare not compromise and be like everybody else. We are the apostolic Pentecostals, and we've got to pick up this cross. Hikataharia bahasata. Hiakaharia labaha. Come on. Are there any young people here that you could say, you know what, Brother Lopez, it's just in me. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm not looking for the easy way. I'm not looking for some cheap message to preach. I'm not looking for some cheap lifestyle. I will take it. I will bear the cross. I will live the life. I will pray. I will give. I will fast. I will serve. I will win souls. If they mock me, if they persecute me, it does not matter. This thing cannot die. This thing will not die. We will not go backwards. We're moving forward into the harvest. We're moving forward into our destiny. But it all starts with picking up a cross and following Him. You're not JT Pugh. I'm not JT Pugh. But the cross is still the same.
Far away, stood an old rugged cross.
Catch the burden. Catch the burden. We didn't get here by accident. It cost some people everything. Look at this beautiful building. It's not an accident. Look at all that we have. It's not an accident.
The cross where for a world of lost sinners was slain.
Are there any young preachers that'll come and grab a hold of this cross? That you'll come and you'll just grab a hold of it this morning? Are there any young preachers that will say, God, give me the cross. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm not talking about just Brother Miraflor holding it. I'm talking about young men and young women that will take this Pentecostal message to the ends of the earth. You will give everything you have because that's what it takes. You must deny yourself. Thank you, Brother Burks. Are there any other young men, any other young ladies that say, I will pick up the cross? I'm willing. I'm willing. I'm willing.
And exchange it someday for a crown on a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain.
Young people, keep praying, keep praying. I'm going to ask for every pastor. I believe many of you are doing it already. I want you to begin to walk through. But I'm going to ask for all of the pillars of our church. You know who you are. Some of you have been here back to Cherokee, some back to Harding. You've been here. Maybe you've been in Pentecost, not just in this church, but you've been in this a while. If you are a pillar in God's church, I want you to come. Because you've experienced things that some of these young people, they don't have no idea. They don't know. And I know some of you maybe don't have a lot of physical strength, you don't have a lot of physical ability. But if you can help me, just lay hands and just touch. Because I know that pillar elder, as you begin to touch, you will transfer a level of commitment into a spirit, into a heart. It will be imparted. I'm just going to ask you, if you would just come. And in your own way, however you want to do. If you want to take one of these young persons by the hand or put an arm around them, but elders, would you help me? Because you're the reason we're here. And I acknowledge that God used you. You blazed trails. You gave. You sacrificed. You birthed. You hurt for this. And I'm going to invite this entire church, not just the young people, but if you're willing to bear a cross, if you're willing to live this life, if you're willing to take your fleshly nature and nail it to a cross, I want you to come and find a place to pray. Thank you, Brother Silman. Would you please sing? Thank you. Come on. Young or old, if you're ready and willing to pick up a cross. If you're willing to deny yourself. Thank you, elders. Thank you, pillars. Just go through and lay hands. Just go through and touch. Just say a word of prayer. Your commitment's going to be imparted. Your sacrifice, it's going to bless. We're not losing this generation. We're not going back. We're not going down. Harvest is before us. Revival is our destiny. But it all starts with the cross. It all starts with denying ourselves and following Him. Following Him. Thank you, Brother Lashley. Thank you.
To the old rugged cross.
That's it, pastors. Lay hands on these young people. You pray them until they're speaking in tongues. Pray with them until they're broken in the spirit. Pray. Thank you, parents. Thank you, elders.
So I'll cherish the old rugged cross. Oh, till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross, till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross.